Good morning, everyone. It's kind of that time of year where you don't know what day it is,
I know.
what year it is.
Yeah, what year is it?
But it is Monday, December 30th.
Do we actually know?
I don't know. Okay, it's not January yet. It's December 30th. January is just around the corner.
We're almost there.
It is back to work Monday for a lot of people after the holiday, but then we were just talking, a lot of people are still off.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It's just, weird.
We're
with
going to be off again.
Yes.
And then
Just
there's no
weird
school.
schedules.
And
It's a weird week.
Yeah.
Continues to be a weird week. Lisa, Lydia, Scott here with you.
We
I
do know
do
that.
know that part, but that's about as far as it goes. Remember, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning. It stays on your feed, though, throughout the day. So you can watch it whenever it works best for you. We also make it into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Look for the Inform Minute.
All right, this morning dealing with a lot of fog, actually dense fog advisory for a
Yeah.
lot of us until noon, right?
yeah, it is soupy out there. My drive in on I-94, not pleasant.
No, not at all.
I found some slick spots. The roundabout in my neighborhood, surprisingly slick this morning. On and off ramps, bridges, intersections, all of those things. You're in your Monday morning groove. You don't know what day it is. You're just driving to work. And then all of a sudden you take a turn maybe a little too fast and
Yep.
then you're like,
Ooh.
you keep going. And
Yep.
so.
You don't want to add a Monday morning fender bender.
No, yeah, nobody needs that
No.
today.
Or falling. I thought the
that too.
sidewalk, just even coming
Good
in,
point.
you couldn't really tell, but it was frosty.
You notice you don't have as much traction as you
Yes.
should. Yeah, that's a good point. That kind of morning. Just dense fog, freezing fog, even a little freezing drizzle down near the North Dakota, South Dakota border, closer to about Ellendale area, kind of Havana, that area, slippery too. So DOT road conditions are up on our Storm Tracker app, by the way, if you want to zoom in, check out what's going on out there. Otherwise, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
Visibility has been at about a quarter of a mile all morning in Fargo. And for it to be that soupy in downtown Fargo is saying something, because there's obviously a lot of buildings and infrastructure to kind of break it up. And so for all of that to just kind of snuggle in and get stubborn is saying something.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take about midday into the early afternoon as the wind picks up, and that's what's going to help to move this stuff out of here. Out of the north-northwest today, 10 to 15 miles an hour. That'll usher out the fog. Wind picks up even more late tonight into tomorrow, so we should be fog-free tomorrow.
Nice.
Fog is tricky to forecast. We did a lot of melting over the weekend, obviously, and so that puts that water vapor into the atmosphere. Clear sky, light wind, cool conditions overnight. All of that condensed, and now that's why we're so foggy this morning, or at least part of the reason it is so foggy.
I love those nice temperatures.
I
Those are
know.
nice.
39 and some sunshine
Beautiful
yesterday. Oh, man. I saw a friend had a bonfire going on
Wow.
a Snapchat
Right.
story. Like, I love what people do when you get a little treat of nice weather
Yeah.
in the winter and everybody's like, this is what the sun feels like, and vitamin D, and
Yes.
moods just boost. Unfortunately, mostly gray now today. Even a couple of flurries after the fog moves out today, tonight, tomorrow. Temperatures on the downhill slide. We were in the 30s yesterday, 20s today, lower 20s, upper teens tomorrow. I'm thinking about 15 degrees, by the way, in Fargo at midnight tomorrow night into Wednesday, into the new year. Not bitterly cold. Of course, we've had New Year's Eves in the minus 30s.
Oh, yeah.
Not so many years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like 2018. Don't quote me. 18 into 19 or something like that. Very cold. So it's gonna be cold, but you could wear your sparkly little dress and run into the
Yep.
party quick, and be okay. So that decide your own things. But it'll be chilly, but not bitter cold.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything like a cold weather warning or any of that jazz. And then temperatures in the teens for your daytime highs come New Year's Day, single digits by Thursday, and staying that way into the weekend. I even have sub-zero highs next week.
Oof.
So we are just like crashing our temperatures into the new year.
Yeah.
It will look and feel a lot more January-like by next
Okay.
week. Really by just a couple days from now, not even next week. For
right.
some reason, I keep thinking like the holiday is like on a weekend and then it's a new week starting on Thursday. So I keep saying next week. Again, nobody knows what day.
I know.
Making things goofy with the
It's
middle of the
messy.
week
Yes.
holidays.
The
Christmas
Wednesday
Day on
holidays.
Wednesday,
Yep.
New Year's Day on
The
Wednesday.
I can't keep up. By Thursday, single-digit high temperatures. Get your
Okay.
winter coats ready.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Next year will be cold.
Yes.
All right, to your news headlines. Today, the son of a U.S. Senator will face sentencing in the death of a sheriff's deputy. In September, Ian Kramer, the son of Senator Kevin Kramer, pleaded guilty in the death of Mercer County Deputy Paul Martin. He's facing up to 20 years in prison on the homicide charge.
Also happening today, the sentencing for a West Fargo man convicted of killing his wife. A jury found Spencer Moen guilty of murder earlier this year. He beat his wife Sonia to death inside their home last year. Moen is facing life in prison.
The FBI and the Bureau of Indian Affairs are investigating an officer-involved shooting that happened near Belcourt, North Dakota. One man is dead. According to a news release, officers responded to a report of a suicidal man with a gun. While they were there, shots were fired and the man died at the scene. We've reached out to the FBI for more information. We are waiting to hear back.
We are working to find out the condition of a 3.5-year-old hospitalized following an accidental shooting in Otter Tail County. The sheriff's office says it happened around 5:30 Sunday night, southeast of Deer Creek. Investigators say the child accidentally shot themselves and was taken to a hospital in Wadena.
Happening today, Mexican Village is closing its
Yeah.
doors. The restaurant has been a mainstay in Fargo since it opened in 1969. The building will be sold once the restaurant closes. So today's the day, last day.
And if you drove by there recently since they announced it, been very busy
Very
parking
busy.
lot.
Everyone's like, what? No.
Yeah, got to get your last Mexican Village run in.
Well, today's your day.
Yep. Over the weekend, 39th President of the USA, Jimmy Carter, passed away. He was 100 years old, the longest living U.S. president ever. He served one term as president. Before that, he spent 4 years serving as the governor of Georgia. There's going to be a public and private funeral, and it sounds like flags are going to be at half-mast for the next month.
The Vikings took care of business at home against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday, winning 27-25. It actually wasn't that close of a game, the entire game. But
Yeah, it got a lot closer at the end.
at the end. The win moves Minnesota to 14-2 on the year, but they still don't have the NFC North locked up. That's because the Detroit Lions are 13-2. They play the 49ers tonight on Monday Night Football. You can watch that on WDAY, big night. But no matter what happens tonight, the Vikings-Lions game next Sunday will determine who wins the division and who will get that #1 seed in the NFC. They will also get a bye during the wild card weekend. The loser of that game will get the 5 seed and have to go on the road in the wild card round. So a lot at stake
Yes.
there. The Vikings-Lions game in Detroit has been flexed to Sunday Night Football next weekend.
Crazy the team that has 14 wins, whether it be the Vikings or the Lions, could not win their division. That's a very successful season to not win your division. Crazy. Today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, he's going to be talking all about the Vikings, the Monday Night Football game. I'm sure the boys are getting ready to go to Frisco. All of that on Hot Mic today from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and on Inform.com.
And remember, now is a great time to get that Inform.com subscription. It's your all-access pass, all these news, sports, and weather headlines.
Yeah.
99 cents a month for your first 3 months. It's a great deal. Go to Inform.com/subscribe to check it out.
Our next newscast will be at 11 o'clock this morning, then this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back with First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7. So join us then.
Have a great day, everyone.